Hi, John Eccleston from Boating New Zealand magazine. We're in Tauranga today. It's a beautiful day. We're with the new 610 Surtees. It belongs to Isabel and Sasha, and there's quite a few things about this boat that are rather special. I think we should start with the trailer. Now, this is a demonstrator for Balex, so the boat will be used by Balex to demonstrate its wonderful auto-loading system. So the Balex auto-loading system is not only an innovative system, a New Zealand design system and New Zealand built as well, it is an incredibly practical way of launching and retrieving a boat. Everybody thinks about retrieving because that seems like the hard work, but in fact sometimes launching the boat is more difficult. And with the Balex you've got control right throughout the operation, whether you're launching the boat or retrieving it. It will even straighten the boat if you don't get it on quite straight. It'll bring it up straight, and it always comes onto the trailer exactly the way that it should. You just need to get the trailer in far enough so that the little tracks at the back of the Balex system can grip the hull of the boat. It's all nice and tidy, there are no bolts any longer, everything is welded to the trailer. Really effective system for launching and retrieving your boat. This is an Enduro trailer, it's built specifically to take Balex equipment. Everything is nicely welded onto the frame. Previously the parts were bolted on, now it's all nicely welded, it's integrated. All of the wiring is integrated through the frame of the trailer. So one of the cool things about this trailer is that when it comes time to wash it down, there's a flushing system that's built in, and you can see there's a nice little nozzle here that you just connect the hose up to. It flushes all the way through the insides of the frame so that you do away with all of that risk of corrosion that happens with trailers. And at the other end, at the back, there's a bung to let all the water out again. They've gone all out with this one. They have pretty much put everything on it that they really wanted. Well, the 610 drives very nicely. It drives exactly as I'd expect a Surtees to drive. It's very soft riding. It responds to the helm very nicely indeed. This boat has trim tabs too, which is quite a nice thing. The electric tabs just gives us a little bit more control. The response is great. There's 150 horsepower. There's a 150 horsepower Honda on the transom. That's at the top end of the horsepower range. I think it's a good idea to put that power on there. It certainly benefits from it. So like all Surtees models, the 610 has got a flooding ballast chamber. That means it sits nice and stable in the water when you're at rest. It also gives you a little bit of extra weight in the boat if it gets rough and you really have to punch through the waves. Now, our owners are keen divers, so they've opted for the dive ladder. Again, that's standard with Surtees, but this is a particularly useful ladder if you're a diver because it's a T-type rather than the H-type. So Sasha and Isabel intend doing quite a bit of overnight trips in this boat. It's large enough for them to sleep in the cabin. They're quite keen game fishers, but they like fishing of all sorts as well as diving. So this boat is quite well set up for that. In fact, like most Surtees boats, it's really well set up for fishing, and that comes down to this transom area, which has had a bit of a redesign. In fact, Surtees are working on a new transom design, and this is probably the first example. A little bit hush-hush. You know, there's some really good ideas there. Inside the boat, it's been nicely done. Super comfortable seats. These are upholstered. They've got a bolster. They're on an easy rider pedestal base, so they're really comfortable things to sit in. The hardtop is a feature that the couple really, really wanted. They wanted that protection, and they've also got the sun protection here with this extension over the cockpit. So the held position works pretty well, nice and comfortable, everything's within easy reach. They've certainly sorted out the ergonomics of this over the years, and it's a good place to sit and spend time. There's good visibility, you're high enough to see easily out through the screens. The dash sort of console area has a bit more room than it once did in the old days, so there's room for gauges and things. But as usual, Surtees likes to mount the electronics up here. It makes them really easy to see. You can adjust them for height, etc. Now, Sasha and Isabel have opted for a Hummingbird system. Often Surtees come with Garmin. Hummingbird specifically because it interfaces with the Minn Kota electric trolling motor. That was something they were really keen on having on the boat, and all Surtees models now of this size and some smaller as well, you can order those with a mounting point for a Minn Kota electric motor. They're becoming really, really popular. So one of the great features of this boat is the huge, huge forward hatch. It gives you fantastic access to the anchor locker and to the foredeck, and also to the Minn Kota electric. It's 610, it's not a big boat, it's not a small boat either. It's exactly the sort of thing that you could do pretty much anything in, but it's not so big that it's difficult to manage.